Okay, my TV was taking a long time to turn on. The wife was getting tired of it. Sometimes 10-15 minutes. The little green light would turn on, and it would just sit there and flash. And then 10 minutes later, the TV would turn on. So, anyways, I looked up, Google searched it, and found that maybe the capacitors were bad. So I'm going to replace the capacitors and see what happens. This is an LG 32-inch TV. Alright. So I pulled all the screws out. I took the base off right here. And I got all the screws. This little magnet thing helped out to get them out of the deep holes there. So I had a hard time. I realized there was a screw right there. And another one. I pulled that one too. I don't know if that was holding anything up, but I had a hard time getting the back off this TV. So I'm going to pull the back off right now. It takes two hands, so I got to put this down for a minute. Okay, I got the back off the TV. Keeping in mind that some of these screws are a little bit different. There's all these screws that hold the back of the TV on, the back cover on, but then there's these other ones that are a couple of oddballs there. So I'm trying to keep those separated over there. Remember where they go. Okay, I had this off before, and these capacitors are what they're looking for. This one here, you can see it's bulged. It's kind of hard to tell. There's a couple over here that are bulged out. The back of them is bulged out. So when I had this off before, I looked on the internet and found these on eBay. Some replacements. You have to remember you have to look them up by the number. It's hard to see. But the where's it at? Okay, I set these out. 1500 35 volt. 2200 10 volt, and from over here I found the ones that were bulged on the top, and I ordered those online. So I found them on eBay. Okay, I pulled all these wires out of the plugs. 1, 2, these two over here. And they all look like there's no way of messing them up on the way back in when you got to put them back. So I got to take. Looks like I got to take these screws off. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I got that one out too. Like 5 of them. And take these screws out. And I'll pull this panel off. Okay, I got this, I guess you'd call it a circuit board. Just so you guys know, I've never done this sort of thing before. I'm real nervous about it. But anyways, there's the back of it. There's the front of it. If this doesn't work, we're going to be watching my son's little 13-inch TV until we can go to Best Buy and buy a new bigger one. I think that's a minus sign. Minus sign there. There's a minus sign there. Alright, I got all these out. It was kind of a pain in the neck. Trying to remember, I think these are the ones that came out right here. And these are the new ones. They're a little bit different shape and size. This one's the same as that, same value. 1535 volt. 1535 volt, right? But they're a little bit different size, but the value is what counts. That's from what I'm told, anyways. And I had to go buy myself a new soldering gun because my other one, this piece of junk, wasn't working. So I just got one of these cheap ones. It was like 40 bucks, 35 bucks. Local hardware store. Probably cheaper at Home Depot or something, but I was in a hurry. Okay, I got a few of these in already. I don't know if you can see, the sun's kind of jacking things up. Here's the prongs that are bent over right here. Those, and there's a couple more. So, again, this has a, looks like an O or an oval shape on one side. And you notice one side's longer than the other. These came out. they have like a, where's it at? Like a minus sign on one side. I'm assuming, hopefully that's the same thing. On the back side of this, there's, I don't know if you can see, there's a plus back there, and then a, like, no minus sign, but it's like a plus on one side. That's where the other one came out of. And see, there's a plus down there at the bottom. So this one I already put in, and these two over here I already put in. So, unfortunately, it takes two hands to do the soldering, but just going in with this, there's the minus sign. I'll try to do this on one side in. It's all blurry. And push that thing in there. Flip it over. And what I kind of did to hold it in place was to kind of bend these over a little bit, kind of hold it in place. And then I'm just taking the soldering gun and heating these things up right there. And then coming in with the solder. It takes two hands, but I'll heat that up. And once it's heated up, just come in with this little bit of solder. Dab it on there just a touch, and then run the soldering gun up like that. Kind of pull the solder up with it, and so on. Anyway, sorry it's all blurry. Well, they sure aren't as pretty as the ones that came from the manufacturer, but there they are, all welded in there, all soldered in there. I'll clip these off now that they're bent over. Let's see here. Clip these things off here. Nice if I had a stronger pair of dikes, huh? Sharper. Okay, now that I got all those in there, I remember how to put this thing back together. And looks like it sits right there like that. And looks like that's in there. Plug these back in. Probably ought to put the screws in first. Yeah, what we got? Okay. Got all the screws back in. Got all the plugs back in. There's a blank right there. This looks like something plugs in there, but there wasn't anything in there when I took it apart. Make sure these are all tight. There's the new capacitors. This one's taller than the others. Kind of stands up tall. I hope it doesn't affect the back of the TV going back on. We'll find out, I guess. And it does. I just tried to put the back of the TV on. You see how this one stands taller than the rest? It's a lot bigger than the old one too. Same capacity, only it's see, there's the difference. So that's the old one that came out of there. You see how short that one is compared to that, how tall that one is. So I tried to put the back of the TV on and it's hitting on it. So what I think I'm going to do is bend it over a little bit. Hopefully I don't break anything. Okay, I did something I probably shouldn't have done, but I put the back of the TV on here, and I couldn't bend that capacitor over because it would have broken. So I just forced it. We'll see what happens. Got this thing all put together. I'll go hook it up and see. Find out. The moment of truth coming up. Alright, I got it all hooked up. Here goes. Now what would happen is this light would turn green and flash, flash, flash about 5 times and then just stay green, and it would take forever the thing to turn on. Let's see, we got 1, 2. Well, that's pretty quick. Sure as heck wasn't 5 minutes. Oh well, maybe we did something right for a change. I guess that's kind of cool. So, what I'm told, like I said, this is an LG. It's just a 32-inch. It's nothing fancy, nothing big. But what I'm told, all these TVs, Toshiba, Samsung, whatever, LG, all the, I guess, what is it, an LCD TV? They all have the same capacitors in them and the same little circuit boards and stuff. So this is a common problem, from what I'm told. And this thing, of course, just out of warranty. It's not that old. It shouldn't be having problems yet. But that's the kind of junk we're getting these days. So nothing's built to last anymore like it used to be. Anyways, pretty pumped it's working. It's kind of cool. So out for now.